Library and Information Science and Bond College for Women, autonomous in Bangalore district. And the subject was the library science and the application of the soft skills into libraries. Libraries and unit 1 and the introduction of the soft skills. The soft skills are the increasingly and the recognized of the essential for the effective of performance in the library field. Is a presentation of exposure of the important types of applications of the soft skills to the engines of library services and the user certifications. Second, next, the definition of the definition and the importance and the understanding of soft skills and significance of in libraries and the proportionals of development. The first is the understanding of soft skills. Soft skills is of interpersonal skills and the encompass and communications of teamwork and adaptability. The influence of how the librarian interact with the patterns of and colleges. And the second, the significance of libraries. In libraries of soft skills and foster up positive and the interactions of engage of user and experience and the creators and the welcome to the environment of and the patterns and the proportions of development and the focusing of soft skills of curatorial and librarians to adapt to the changing of environments and to meet the diverse needs of library users. Second, the types of soft skills: the communication skills, teamwork, time management, adaptability, and empathy. And the first is the communication skills, the essential for conveying of information clearly and effectively, and the users and the colleges. Users not the different types of library, different types of the users, and the users not utilize the person of libraries. Okay, the strong communications of promoters and understanding and reducers of confusions and teamwork. The collaborations among the library and the library staff leads to improve the services and delivery. The collaboration among the library, example, the library staff leads to improve by the services that delivery. Who is the delivery? The services, the users. Deliveries. Effective of teamwork enhance all the staffs of effective of teamwork and enhance the problem of solving and the creates of and supportive and workplace of cultures. The time management, the library, the fourth law, the very important, save the time management is important role, and the prioritizing and cost of managing and time effectively and improves of the efficiency of librarians whose the practice of strong time management can meet the deadlines and the service of user and probability. Example, adaptability and the library environment is the ever changing of adaptability allows the environmentally important the roles of the library and the librarians to adjust the new technologies. All the librarians adjust the new technological, the various types of library, LMS and library softwares and the issue returns, AM, another one the RFID, the latest technologies, the technologies available and the users' needs and swiftly and ensuring of the continuous of services improvement. And the empathies, understanding the users' needs, the emotional postures and standard connections and the patterns leading to the improve the services and increase the satisfaction. User satisfaction is very important and the printed, not printed, any one services and the technological based of the e-resources, library softwares, RFID and the modern technological the trends and the mobile services, the changes that the librarian, the effectively need and learning of the very important roles. Second, next. And the role of in the library services. The library different types of services there. The role of that in the library services. Engaging of the user satisfaction. All the library, the user satisfaction. Users mean students, researchers, staffs, academic library. A public library, this is public persons. And research oriented library, research oriented persons. The library utilize the persons of the users. But the engage of user satisfaction is the very importance of the learning process. And the effective of the soft skills on contribute of significantly to the positive user experience within the librarians, making and patterns feel the value of the understood and the contribute of resolutions. The skills such as the active of listening and the empathy as the librarian in the resolving of conflicts and understanding the user concerns which can be lead to increase the pattern of virality. And the promotions of library services. Librarians with the strong communications and the interpersonal skills. Very important. The librarians with the strong communication very important. And the interpersonal skills can better the promote the programs and the resources and giving the patterns of engagement and the participations. And the feedback and the improvement. All the library and the services, the feedback on the important roles. And the contributions of communication and encourage of feedback from the users, helping the librarian understand the services, gaps and areas and importance. The feedbacks is very important that the promoted by the gaps, understood the services, gap and the areas and improvement. And again the creative and fast of environment, a library of environment that values of soft skills can foster trust and the collaborations of making it a welcome that space of for the users. Next, the conclusions. The first unit of conclusions and the transferring of library services, integrating of soft skills in the library practice and transforms of services and delivering and the enhancing of both user satisfaction and the library effectiveness. Another one, ongoing learning. The librarian should be continually developed for the soft skills through the training and practice, ensuring the remaining effective dynamic field. The main is the librarian should be continually developed and continually developing. What is the continually develop the soft skills through the training and practice and ensuring of the remaining effective dynamic field. Next, the feature and descriptives. How the librarians evolve the importance of soft skills will only increase the making them essential for the next generation of the librarians. Next, and unit second. Unit second, the ability of communication skills and application of soft skills of library, and the unit second of the ability of communication skills. These prescriptions of explores verbal and non-verbal communications. And the skills emphasizing the significance in the library settings in highlights the necessity of active listening and the clear communications, and the statistics and the better respond to the users' need and collaborated with the colleges. Next, ability of communication. Second, the importance of communications. Important of communication, foundation of relationships, enhance of user experience, conflicts of resolutions. And the foundation of relationships, the ability of communication, the full trust and effort of the essential of fostering relationships with the library users and colleges, engaging of collaborations and the collaboration, foundation of collaborations. And second, enhance of users' experience, clear the communication skills and significantly improve the experience of user seeking information and the assistance, making them feel valued or understood. Conflict resolutions. Stronger communication techniques can help identify. Stronger communication techniques can help to identify and resolve the misunderstanding of other conflicts of quickly and promoters a harmonious library environment. Next, verbal communication and statistics and the clarity and the fluidity and done of and inflection and dialect and communication. And this first the clarity of and fluidity and verbal communication of statistics of and clarity and fluidity. It is a verbal communication, the clarity and consistently and avoid the misunderstanding, short sentence and this is where the choices helps convey the message of effectively. Turn of the inflection. The turn of voice can influence how message or the received as a friendly, calm and engaging done by fosters openness and encourages interaction and tailor of foundation, adjusting of language and the completely based on the audience needs ensures that information is accessible of comprehensive of engaging of user engagement. Response of user needs and the empathy of and the understanding, providing of timely information, following up three categories, and the responding of the user needs and the empathy of understanding acknowledges the user feeling and the needs of demonstrated empathies and the prioritizing either experience and enhancing the overall satisfaction with the library services. The very important the library services, these roles, empathy of understand the users, how to asking the resources and the others of various needs, understanding and the services are very important the library services. The providing of timely information, the promoted the response of improve the users trust and the satisfaction. They are the prescriptive and library as the resources that is attentive and available. The promote the response of and improve the user trust and the satisfaction as the prescriptive the library as a resources that the attentive of the available. Following up, checking in the users, providing the assistance, reflect and the commitment that the needs of and ready for us positive relationships, encouraging of future development. Collaboration of and with the colleges, team communication, feedback of supported, and another one the confluence of management and the team communications, establishing of open lines of the communication within the library staff help the coordinator affect the and share of knowledge leading up to improve the services of delivery. Feedback and supported constructive of feedback on fosters and proportional growth and the reinforce team spirit and supporting of colleges engage of collective of problem of solving of capabilities. Another one, the confidence of management, utilization of communication skills to address of conflict and the misunderstanding among the colleges helps to maintain positive of work environment and the principle of sufficiency of collaborations. Next. Conclusions of best practice and the continuous of the improvement and regularly reflecting on the improving the communication skills through the training and the self-assessment of the people of the personal and professional growth of the library context. Another one, the user-centered approach and the pediatrics of the needs or the experience of the users, all the communications and reinforce the library and commitment to excellent services. Another one, the fostering of communication and cultures, encouraging of the open and dialogue and the feedback amongst the staff creates again the supporting of environment and benefiting of to the employees of and the users alike. Next. And the unit 3, the importance of test work in library. This is the application of soft skills of the libraries, that unit 3, and the importance of teamwork in libraries, understanding of the significance of the teamwork, the vital for the libraries, effective of collaborations and engagement of the services and delivery and fosters and innovations of and strengthens and relationships within the library community and the products of and stockholder networks. The library networks the important roles. The libraries, the different colleges, different R&D departments of library, the network, the library e-resources network, the importance of the lot of the services of technological base, and the indirect increase of the innovations and collaborations of environments of encourage of the sharing of ideas and fostering of creativity and the innovations of services and delivery of the problems and development engage of library relevance of the community and the collaboration of environment encourages the various e-resources, which places where are you collected the resources and the engage of library relevance of community. That is the library relevance of the sharing of the books, e-books, e-journals, e-theses and e-backwards and the lot of the informations and suddenly quickly and the services of various or read all the places of implies and improve the user services. Improve the user, a strong team and dynamic ensures that users receive the best of possible and services as the staff members can collectively respond to the users' needs and the expectations of leading a higher satisfactions. Next one. And build of effective of teams, clear the course of adjectives, and second point, diversities of and inclusion, and going of training and development, open communications. The four points, the first is a clear course of adjectives, establish a clear shared of course and helps the team members understand their roles and responsibility, ensuring the alignment and the engagement of overall team and performance. The second, the diversity and the inclusions, the promoting of diverse team compositions, engage of problem solving and the creativity by the incorporations varied of the prescriptive of helping of libraries, better services, diverse of populations, ongoing training of development, the regular training and strengthens team skills and the fosters and proportional growth, equipping and stops the tackle of challenging of effectively and adapted to the changing library landscapes. And the fourth point, open communications, encouraging of open dialogue and the feedback within the teams and fosters trust and collaboration, creating and the fostering work environment that can be lead to increase the productivity. Collaboration of techniques, building and response relationships, and regular meeting and check-ins, utilization of technologies involving the users and decision making. There is collaboration of techniques, the soft skills of libraries, the collaboration of techniques, and building and relationships. And the establishment of strong of relationship with the colleges and the stockholders, and foster trust and the cooperation of essential effective collaborations on library projects and services. The second, the regular meeting in the check-ins. The schedule of the regular team meeting ensures that everyone is aligned on current projects, allow them accordingly and collective of the problem of solving all the projects, research, anybody the problem, the solving of the important roles of the library and the e-library also, the digital library, utilization of technologies. The technology is very important, the role of the library. The leveraging of collaborating of tools and the platforms and case of communications and the workflow among the team members and the external and stockholder and facilities better project management. And the fourth point, the involving the users and the decision making. Who is the users? The users of utilize the person of library and decision making, the importance of management of learning, the e-learning and the reading, learning of decision making, the better person of the making and engaging of the users of collaborative process ensures that the needs of and addressed leading to the developing of a more impactful and programs and services. Second. Conclusions of the 4 units of conclusions and substitutions of team dynamics and embracing of cultures of collaborations and future and directions. And the first is the point of the regularly assessing of the team and performance and making of adjustments and based on the feedback promoters, long-term effectiveness and adaptability of in the library settings. The second, embracing of cultures of collaborations and cultivating of the collaborative of cultures within the library not only improves the internal operation but also engages of community engaging of that the user satisfaction. Feature and directions, all the libraries continue their evolve and maintaining and the focus of teamwork and the collaborations will be the essential to address emerging the challenging and the leverage new opportunities for the library services. Second, all the libraries that new opportunities are making, new way of the services, the ILM also the interlibrary loan services of the government, that is also one of the new ideas, and there are so many new ideas that are created. Another second is the soft skills of library, the unit 4 and time management and organizations. The time management of organization is the maintenance of the fourth law is library science. The ability of time management is the essence of productivity and the reduces of stress and the presentation of exposure of statistics have for the periodizing of cost and the organization of workflow, the meeting and deadlines is to help the individuals manage the time effectively. The importance of the reading of the test leaf also. Actually, statistical of periodic task. Second, time management of organization, the periodicity of task. Yeah, and the identity of the urgency of and importance. Importance use of the exchange hours matrix of differentiated between the what is urgent and the importance of helping of focus on task and that aligns with the long day goals. And the second, the set clear goals. Establish of smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant time bound. The course is to the priorities of task effectively the measures, progresses and clarity. The breakdown of task and then divide large task into the smaller manageable steps, making it an essence of priorities and track and progresses will prevent the use of overwork. Second, organization of workflows. The first, the implemented of task management tools, batch and similar task establish of routine. The first point, the implement of task management tools, utilize of tools like and Derrida, Asana, entities, keep track, task, deadlines, in case of visibility of accountability. The AI tools, lot of the tools that are available of technological based, the newly yearly, and the new tools of technological based of and finding and then developing. And creates the simplest task, group the simplest task that look at that to the minimize to the cognitive load. The increases of efficiency of focusing of on types to task at the time. Establish of routine, the development of daily and weekly routine, what is that collectors of specific times for the different types of tasks with the help them building and consistency of and disciplines. The routine work or what is the routine work? The periodical also the routine, the journals, reading, and the magazines. The routine there, that is the periodical very importance of sources, current awareness sources, and the meeting of deadlines and the set and milestones. The break of attributes of the milestones is the specific deadlines. They created a such a timeline and fosters a sense of accumulates as the each milestones of is completed. Use types of blocking, allocated the specific blocks of time on of our focused work on the particular task that thereby the reduces and discretions of engage of concentration. Review and adjust. The regularly review your the progresses and deadlines, adjusting your statistics on need or accommodable and change of and periodics are unaccepted by the neighbors. Next, the managing stress, practice of mindfulness of techniques, balance of work and rest, and seek the support when needed. And the first, the practice of mindfulness of techniques, integrate of mindfulness of practice, such as meditations, the key and breathing and exercise to help them managing the stress to improve the focus during the aesthetic periods. The main importance of and breathing exercise is very important, and balance of work and rest ensures of regular break and the time of the two recharges, which is a crucial of maintaining long term and productivity and reducing the burnout. And the sixth, the support when needed. Don't hesitate to the delegate or ask for help for the colleges and the mentors of the collaborations and significantly reduces individual stress and the workload. The test is very important of the role and summary of conclusions and the importance of flexibility, be constant and continuous of the improvements and the importance of flexibility. The first points of the effective of time management are reduce adaptability, be open to the adjusting the plans of and the various the new challenging arise to stay off track produces. Another one, the be consistency of the following the time management of statistics to is the key and create of habits and the support that what's the support your organizations and the prioritizations of method are lasting of improvement. Another was the continuous of improvement, regularly assessed to refine toward the time management skills, exploring new techniques, what the maintains for the productivity and the effectiveness, and is the managing of time and cost. Unit 5, application of soft skills and understanding of user needs. The 50 units and connecting of survey of interviews, user person of development, observation of usability of testing, feedback of loops, and the connecting of the survey of interviews. Utilize of survey all the focus of groups of gathering of detailed insights of about the users, preference and explosions of ensuring that the library services aligns the community of needs. User person of development, the creating of the user persons based on the demographic and on behavioral data and the better represent the various users groups and helping develop the services to meet the specific requirements. And the fourth, observation of the usability and testing and the observation of techniques to understand the user interactions with the library resources, enabling and improvements is the dedications of accessibility of services. The feedback loops establish of regular channels for the user feedback, such as the suggestions of forms, the digital platforms of the continuously adapt to the services adapted or users experience to the needs. Next. Users engagements of statistics and programming of events. Organize the engagement of programs and events that attract the diverse users groups such as the workshops or the parts of community of activities and promoting and the active improvement of with your library. And social media and companions leverage on social media platforms to reach all the broader and audience and sharing of information about the services, events of resources in engaging of the interacting of manner, collaborating with the local organization, the bank, partner with the social NGOs and the community of groups to explore of outreach the effect of library services and to broaden the community of needs engaging of visibility. And the fourth adaptations of library services conduct outreach of intuitions of advocate of the beliefs of the library services within the community, such as the literacy programs and the research assistance to increase user engagement. Next, next is the promoting of library services, importance of making of materials, the creating of materials and appearing of brochures, playing on online content. They inform the users about the available services, resources of upcoming of events effectively. Library tools and new users, offering guided to the library and the familiar new users within the layout the services and the resources, encouraging of exploration of usage, user testimonials and success stories, so as user experience or the success stories to highlight the impact of library services, building trust and then encourage of new users to engage. Utilization of email and newsletters, developing and monthly newsletters, highlighting the events of new resources, user tips, keeping the such streams of importance and managing with the library offering. The newspaper also these magazines, the newspapers are very important the role of the societies. The newspaper keeping of the library one of the services again. The library soft skills of very vast of the library courses. Library soft skills, a lot of soft skills there, but the library soft skills is very rare subjects, no books also. But the continuous of improvements of services, regular staff training, and the implementation of going up training of programs or the staff and focusing on the emerging trends of the customer services and technological and the user engagement to maintain high services standard. Services evaluation of metrics, establish the key performance indicator KPI to the measures the effectiveness of services on the engagement of statistics, ensuring the accountability on the continuous of improvement. And the second point, incorporating of technological solutions. Utilize of tools as the chatbots and services review the systems to the streamline user and interactions and enhance of services efficiency and particularly during the peak of periods. Adjusting of services are based on trends. Stay informed about the changes in user and preference in the industries, trends, adjusting of library services and programs accordingly to meet the evolving the user needs. Next, measuring of success, user satisfaction of survey, data analysis of usage, and community of impact of assessment, building long-term relationships. 4.5. The first is the measuring of success. Measuring of success. The first find the user satisfaction of survey and conduct the periodic survey to assess the user satisfaction with library services, identify the strength and the area for the improvement. And the second, data analysis of user. All the research is the data analysis is very important. The role the library and the big resources given to the data analysis and analysis of the usage and data and integration of the metrics and to track users and interact the services effectiveness and inform the statistical decision. And the community of impact assessment. The one that the impact of the library programs and services on the community of development showcasing how the library contributes to the educational and literacy and local engagement. The how to library contribute. Note the point, the educational literacy and local engagement. These are next the building long-term relationships. The focus of cultivating of long-term relationships with the users by the continuously and diversity quality of services, creating of loyalty and the encouraging of regular library visits. Really and delivery of the quality of services library is provided in the creating of loyalty and encouraging of the regular library visits, the user the regular library visits. Seconds. And thank you. The library application of the soft skills of library. This subject is very bad. And the library related of soft skills is very bad. That is the thank you all of you.